When you log into any website on the internet, it is more than likely that you'll encounter somebody very unsavory. Sometimes it's hard to believe that I am even interacting with real people, but I assure you, the person we're talking about here is very real and very dangerous. Viewers beware, this video is not for the faint of heart. This fateful encounter started when I uploaded my Zero video. For those that are not aware, Zero had explicit text messages between him when he was 19 and a 14-year-old girl. As I do with most of my videos, I promote the video on Twitter and then I link to it so it gets more traffic. One person replied by the name of Jared Genesis saying,
"Bro, just curious, but why do you gossip about other men like that? Just seems kind of homo to me."
I then proceeded to quote tweet his response saying, admits to 14-year-old girls, points out he 14-year-old girls. Wow, you're obsessed with him. You must be gay. He then says, quite possibly, the most sus thing ever.
"I would a 14-year-old for sure. That doesn't make me a It is 15 to legally get married in Mexico. You alt-right Nazis are so XD KYS autist."
Him explicitly bringing up the age of consent in Mexico is a detail for later. Remember that. I then quote tweeted this response with my own image saying, regardless of the law, you should have a moral obligation to not children. Jared Genesis also replies to this.
14 is not a child. What do you alt-right retards understand about that? Do you not realize you can ruin someone's life completely by falsely calling them a pedo? Don't talk to me about common decency when you are a part of cancel culture, asshole.
Let me be very clear. I am all for canceling people that mess with children. They should not be anywhere near children. They should not have their own platform. Cancel culture is bad currently because the moral standards to be canceled are completely inverse of what they should be. Not to mention the blatant double standards of who gets canceled and for what. Due to this encounter, I decided to investigate. Who was this guy exactly? I pointed this out to a private group chat, and my friend said he recognized him from Mahler's podcast, EFAP. The very first episode of Every Frame of Pause, they react to a video by Jared Genesis.
Let's be perfectly honest, we really do not know what we're going to get with these videos.
I haven't seen a lot of old Star Wars movies all the way through, because I felt like George Lucas was somewhat of a tryhard, and he turned his movies down.
Somewhat of a tryhard. He's like, okay, he's about to deliver a criticism of the OT. It's like, we're ready, let's go. And it's like, George Lucas is a tryhard.
The director's attitude.
What do you do with that?
He tried too hard to make good movies, so I'm not gonna watch them.
I have no idea what to make of that. He's a tryhard, okay.
So he wasn't a complete random in my replies. Somebody else also told me in the DMs about the Jared Genesis lore. He is in his late 30s and he lives in Texas. Yes, it seems to be the reason he mentions the age of consent in Mexico a lot is because he is so close to the Mexican border.
I don't care about age. I date anybody. It doesn't matter. I don't follow society's rules. And, you know, people think ill of me for that, but it doesn't matter to me. I never cared about what people think of me. You know? That's why Chris calls me a pedo and all these funny names. You know, even though he's really just... I don't think there's a word that can describe his level of sickness, but if you feel you have chemistry towards someone, you know, like you connect in a spiritual way, then go for it. Whether they're, you know, 14, 48, 99, whatever, doesn't matter, dude. Sure, 12 is cool with me. That's great, man. See, the funny thing about adolescents is they never sold their soul yet. And so they still have purity in them. And if you can get one young like that, then that's freaking great. You know, most of the time, though, their parents probably wouldn't be cool with that, and that's understandable. But the funny thing is, a lot of parents are so stupid, and they insult their own children saying, you know, well, my kid can't date someone younger because their brain hasn't developed. Because basically, you know, it's like saying they're stupid. My kid's stupid. So I don't want them dating someone older because they're just going to make stupid choices because they're dumb. I mean, what kind of piece of crap parent says that? Hell yes, I would, dude. I would date an 11-year-old, 9-year-old, doesn't matter. I look in the spiritual aspect of it. If I spiritually connect to someone, it doesn't matter, dude. 99, 8, 1,000 years old, it doesn't matter. And if you think ill of me for that, that's on you. I really don't give a shit.
A very interesting figure even reached out to me to talk about Jared Genesis. His name is WhySoDemented. For those who are unaware, WhySoDemented is most known for lying about his dead son. At the time of recording this, he has been inactive on all of his social medias since May 30th.
A picture of the picture of my son.
Does this look like a picture of a baby born in the 2010s or later? Or does this look like a fucking JCPenney's headshot that like WhySoDemented's mom got in like early 2000s, late 90s?
The physical fucking picture in a picture frame. You know what I mean? How can my son be from the 90s if I'm not even from the 90s? He's 2 years old in that picture. 2 years old.
He is capable of lying, and if you're capable of lying about your dead son, then you're capable of lying about anything. I know if I did not bring this up about WhySoDemented, many of you would be correcting me in the comments. So I figured it'd be best to say so right here and now. But it is important to note that WhySoDemented and I have never interacted before him telling me about Jared Genesis. This is what WhySoDemented had to say in my DMs.
Literally just join this guy's server, right? I say, hey, dude starts flipping out on me, telling me to stop making alts and shit and stop harassing Chris Chan. Ain't no motherfucking way this dude a Christian like me. And then I see where he said he'd fuck a 14-year-old even though he's an adult. Now I'm gonna say this, the dude's in Texas saying this shit. He's a grown-ass man and a effing yeah, I just got a nice little look into what kind of person Jared is. Dude must have called me a like 40 times within a minute and told me to myself like I showed the dude what church I belong to and apparently am a fake Christian. Yet he's the one telling me to myself and saying he'd little girls. I don't know, man. I think this dude's fucking sitzo. Apparently people have been making alts and flooding his server and shit.
After some more research, and by that I mean looking at his own channel, it seems that he has made a response video to our Twitter interaction. It should be noted that he did block me, but I'll be responding to the video here. He takes over 30 seconds in his 5-minute video to even address me in any way, shape, or fashion.
This little punk bitch kid, he goes by the name of Manic Mechanic, and he was running his mouth to me on fucking Twitter over shit that I said fucking years ago, bro. Over shit that I said fucking years ago, bro. If I didn't have anything to lose, best believe I would have gone after them, bro. Like, this is real life. If you ruin a man's life, bro, don't expect him to do nothing. Okay? You gotta understand that, bro. This is real fucking life, dude. And this little bitch-ass Manic Mechanic, I bet you wouldn't call me a right out of my fucking face.
I did not call Jared Genesis a in any of our Twitter interactions.
You autistic fucking card, bro.
I don't understand why he's calling me autistic. Do you know who is autistic and did call Jared Genesis a It was Chitin Chaz, where Chitin Chaz was being a lot more inflammatory in his language towards Jared Genesis and is also autistic. Why did Jared Genesis choose to only go after me and not mention Chitin Chaz, who was being a lot more accusatory of him?
You're a little bitch, dude. I'd fucking punt you like a fucking football, pussy. And you think you can back those words up? Come on, bring it the fuck on, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I know you wouldn't, though. I know you wouldn't, little boy. Little boy. Anyways, I had to throw that shit in there. You gotta shit talk a little bit, guys. That's what makes YouTube fun.
This dude's insane! This dude is insane! We need to lock him up! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! So, I think that concludes my experience with Jared Genesis. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, subscribe, comment if you are not a sex offender. Because if you are, I may just have to make another exposed video on you. Due to YouTube's policies, I had to heavily censor censor this video on YouTube. If you want to see the uncensored version, it will be available completely for free on Rumble. Okay!